How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to my Fulham career mode. This is episode 4, but just before we do get into the video, guys, I just want to really quickly say thank you for the support on this series. It's actually been amazing, and as of right now, as of recording this episode, the first episode of the series is currently my second most viewed episode on my channel so far, which is really amazing. You guys are absolutely enjoying it, which is great because it makes me just want to carry on recording the series and bringing more to you as much as I can. So we're going to be back with episode 4. Before we jump into that, guys, be sure to drop a like on the video, keep supporting it, keep dropping the views. If you're new around here as well, why not hit subscribe to stick around, all of that good stuff. So let's jump into the video. Okay then, guys, so if you remember, as we left it off at the end of the last episode, we have a cup match against Southampton. This is going to be really awesome. It's going to be our toughest game yet. It's not been too great start to the series so far, but we're not doing too bad, and we've got a cup game against Southampton. It's going to be tough, but we're going to get straight into it and we're going to crack on. Before we do that as well, guys, a couple of the comments which I want to quickly go through. There are 2 players that you guys asked me to try and sign. Now, we are still in the transfer window, but like I said, probably not looking to sign any more players just yet. One of them has actually already popped up in my scouting option, and that is Jonathan Lecco, the West Bromwich Albion right winger. He's only 17 years old, but he's got really good stats on this year. We're actually currently using him in my Counting on Coutinho series, which is my Ultimate Team series. Go and check that out as well. And he's been solid for us. Those stats for a 17-year-old is good. He's also loan listed. Potentially we could bring him in, but I'm not too sure. So I'm going to add him to the shortlist and we're going to scout him. We have just signed a midfielder for the series as well, so he is another right-handed midfielder, which we don't necessarily need. But you know, you guys have asked me to look at him, so that's exactly what we do. And there was another comment as well asking me to scout a particular player. I'm just going to go and find him really quickly. I'll be right back. So that player then, guys, is Hector Villalba. Now, apologies if I've completely botched that name. I do apologise. I'm going to get onto that in just a minute. You guys have asked me to scout him as well. Now, he's just recently arrived at Tijuana from San Lorenzo for £5 million. That's quite a lot of money, something we don't have at the minute. But he is only 22 years old. He's another right midfielder, but okay, fair enough. We shall scout him. We shall add him to the shortlist, and basically we'll collect it all up and we'll have a rethink maybe January or maybe in the start of the next season, where hopefully we'll be in the Premier League and we're going to certainly need to improve the side. So a couple of additions to the scouting team there, give them something to work on as we play through. Now, just before we kick things off against Southampton, I apologise, I've been going on a little bit at the start of this episode. Apparently, one of our players, Odoi, I've been pronouncing Odoi or something very silly like that. You guys have told me that it's pronounced Odoi. Hopefully I've got that correct. That's what it looked like from the comment. I'm going to try and call him Odoi from now. I'm not too sure what I've been calling him beforehand, but I know it wasn't that, so I do apologise. Odoi is going to be his name. Anyway, that's enough from me. Let's travel down south to Southampton. We're going to stick with this team, I believe. Not looking too great, a little bit on the tired side, but everyone seems to be playing quite well. So we're going to stick with that team. I think we picked up a win in our last game. Cabano is going to start, yep, that's fine. That's going to be the team for Southampton. It's going to be a tough one, but let's go and pick up the win. Here we go then, EFL Cup. I believe this is round 2, so we beat Wimbledon in round 1, if I recall correctly, at the start of the series. We've travelled down south to St Mary's here, a proper stadium. Finally going to be visiting them. This is going to be a tough fixture, but you know, I have all the confidence in my players. We can pick up a win. We can head into round 3. Now, in terms of priorities for the season, obviously the main priority is going to be to get promotion from the Championship. So that's the Championship and the League is my main priority. But cup games like this, really want to just win, and we want to get a good cup run going. Not, you know, I don't want to necessarily try and win both the FA Cup and the League Cup, because that might be pushing it a bit too much, and we might struggle for form. As we open up here, Aite with an early effort kicked things off greatly here against Southampton. But I don't want to drop our league form in favour of the cups. But where possible, I'd like to get a good cup running going, as we have a corner, and that's going to be cleared out for a throw-in. Apologies there if you could hear some duplication of the background of the gameplay sound. I'd actually left my computer speakers on, so that would have been picked up in the microphone. Hopefully it's not too bad. I should just be able to edit that out. You guys probably didn't even hear it at all, but it's all sorted now, as the throw-in is cleared away by Cedric there. The Southampton defenders didn't take a look at their team sheet, which It was probably a mistake. Probably should have seen what players they've gone out. But they look like they've got a strong team out. This won't be an easy game for them either. And we've started brightly. And it's all been us for the opening 10 minutes. Although having said that, Southampton on the attack. Shane Long was in the box. Can we get it clear? Callas there does very well. First real chance from Southampton, and it was a good one. They've started to tighten up now here. There's less space on the pitch. 15 minutes gone though. Still early days. Ayite, what's he going to do with it? It's another good attack from Southampton here. As the referee gives them advantage. Target on the wing is intercepted by Kearney. Brilliant. Well done, Callas. Piazon. Plays it out. Iheanacho now. Luco. This is a great little bit of football. Who's that? It's Cabano. Can he play it through? He can. Ayite. He's been alive. It's still Ayite. I think it was deflected. It was. We're going to win ourselves a corner here, which is always good news. And there's going to be a yellow card for Ragnar Sigurdsson. They played the advantage. It was a bit of a silly challenge from me. Our captain picks up a yellow there. Not really what we wanted in the opening 28 minutes of the game, because we've got to go another hour or so on the yellow card. And as he's our captain, we don't want to lose him, but he's just had a header on target as well. It could have put us in the lead there, but that's a good save. I'm not sure who that is in goal. It's certainly not their usual goalkeeper, Fraser Forster there. As Kearney's going to whip another ball in. It's Piazon this time. Perhaps they did put maybe a bit of a second team out. That could help us a little bit. Something we definitely don't want to do while, you know, games come thick and fast, especially in the Championship. We definitely don't want to force any extra time here. And because we won't have the stamina, and I think Southampton will pop up. But Ayite is going to make sure, potentially, that we don't do that, because he's popped in a goal. And it's 1-0 to Fulham. Out, we've been on top all game, really. You know, I think it's fully deserved. It's beautiful little play here. It's into the box. No one is picking him up, and sort of takes it on the shoulder, has a look round. Nice little turn. It was the assist by Iheanacho, I believe it was, who got him that assist. It's a beautiful goal. It's a beautiful effort. It's 1-0. Great interception by Piazon. Iheanacho. He's found a Luco. Can't find Iheanacho. He can find Iheanacho. He's winning it back. It's Iheanacho! You know, there's something about Iheanacho that's just not working for us at the minute. He's really not doing a lot, is he? He's assisting and he's setting up plays, but really, I need to get him scoring goals. That's what he should be doing. That's where he should be at. That was, I mean, he was one-on-one there. He's got to at least be hitting the target from that. He's going to need to start improving, otherwise he's going to have to be dropped out of the team. You know, we don't have the best options as a striker. Obviously, a Luco being our main striker at the moment. But there you go. Shane Long is going to try and recover this deficit now for Southampton. What can he do with it, Shane Long? He could whip a ball in to Romeo. That's pretty terrible defending, not going to lie. Southampton have levelled it up here on the stroke at half-time. Shane Long, I think it was Shane Long, wasn't it? He did very well there to hold it down, and he just sort of, it's just a triple tap across. No one, again, similar to our goal really, no one's picked up the run of Oriol Romeo, the number 14 there, and they've managed to grab themselves an equaliser. It's a little bit unfortunate. I thought we were definitely on top in that half. Their first real chance of the game, probably their second at a push, and they've managed to capitalise on it. But that's what we expect when we're struggling, or when we're playing against Premier League opposition. So, you know, 1-1 at half-time. On paper before the game, I would have took that. But in terms of how this game has actually gone, I think we've been the better side. But there's still time here. Before half-time, there's 3 minutes that have been added on as Thomas Callas is going to whip a ball into the box. It's going to fall back pace for Ayite, who tries a little diving header to beat the defender, which he does, and it's great. It's an easy save really there for Taylor, who was the Southampton goalkeeper. And as he kicks it out as he kicks the ball out, referee blows for half-time. So then, not a bad performance, pretty solid, to be quite honest with you. I'm quite happy with the performance. Very unfortunate to concede that late goal at the end of the first half. We were very fortunate to score the early goal to take the lead with Ayite in the 32nd minute. It's half-time then, guys, in the EFL Cup round 2. It's Southampton 1, Fulham 1. Alright, so into the second half then. The stamina of the players is not looking too great, and that could affect us towards the second half. We've got to make some wise substitutions, and I'm thinking we're going to be making one very soon, just to try and keep the pace up, because we know Southampton will have more stamina and more pace towards the end of this game. We're controlling this half, but Southampton are defending very well. So we're going to get a throw in here. We are going to take this opportunity to make some subs. Iheanacho, who has pretty much been terrible, is going to make way for Martin, and we're going to give Sacco an opportunity down here on the right hand side. Sacco inside to Cabano. He's going to hold off the player. What can he do with it? He's going to try and chip a ball through. It's going to be Martin! Oh, it's a good save by the goalkeeper. Yoshida is eventually going to get that away, is he? He is. Well done, Odoi. Hopefully pronouncing his name right now. Apologies of the previous episodes. But it's an attack here. It's Shane Long! It's gone in. It's actually gone in. I mean, the commentary sums it up there. I don't know if you can hear it, but second best for most of this game. And there is the new Southampton manager. I can't actually remember what his name is. But Shane Long runs over to celebrate. He's been troublesome this game. He assisted their opening goal, and he's grabbed the second, and that's potentially the winner as well. That is a shame. We do not deserve to lose this game, but I mean, it's just what it is. I literally have no words. Honestly, I don't know what to say. Shane Long grabs his first goal in the EFL Cup. Romeo and Long then cancelling out Aite's opener. We've got 5 or 6 minutes left. Everyone's looking a little bit tired, but what have we got on offer? It's Parker or Yozabed. I think it's going to be Yozabed, and I think Cabano's going to have to make way just because Pearson's got a little bit more firepower in him in terms of his shooting, etc. We've got a throw in though. Now Sacco, can he do something and whip a ball in? It's fallen back sticks. Couldn't quite get there. I think that might have been a Luca who was there. Well, he's fine Piazon. Here's Callas now. He's had a great game. Out wing, out wide to Sacco. Whips the ball in. Martin! And he gets the 87th minute equaliser. It's not over yet. Down on the south coast of Southampton. I don't know where our fans are, so I'm just going to run to anywhere. And Martin, number 25, I wouldn't do that, mate, because those are the Southampton fans, although it just looks like everyone's cheering around the game. This is a cracking game, guys. And it is, I know I said at the start that we don't really want extra time. There are the Fulham fans who've made the short trip down from London. But Chris Martin has managed to grab himself a goal. So far he's been a bit more efficient than Iheanacho, not going to lie. We've managed to pull this one back. We're going to sort of sit back in balanced mode. And we're just going to hopefully potentially see this half out. It's a nice ball forward from Piazon. It's good defending though. Here's Romeo. Scoring the opening goal. That's going to be it, guys. That is going to be the end of the 90 minutes. It's not going to be full time. We've forced an equaliser and we're going to have to play extra time. Not really what we wanted. I think it's going to be a lot harder. You've seen the stamina of all my players. We've used all 3 substitutions. So it was Aite's opening goal, but Romeo equalised before half time. Shane Long there, who's probably been Southampton's best player, took the lead. But we managed to grab a goal back from Chris Martin in the 87th minute. It's finished at 90 minutes. It's 2-2. Into extra time we go. And a couple of results around the grounds. And Arsenal are through to the next round. Bournemouth will go into extra time as Brentford all pick up victories. Bristol Rovers there taking a defeat to Brighton. Burnley defeated Spurs, which could be good. QPR also are defeating Coventry City currently. Peterborough have knocked out Crystal Palace. So a few Premier League opposition teams are going out there. Scunthorpe have defeated Leyton Orient. Notts County lose out to Birmingham. Reading and Oxford into extra time. A good result from Villa, knocking out another Premier League team of Swansea City. And Wickham and Hull City also level at the break. So a few games going into extra time. Let's jump into ours and see if we can pick up the victory. Now they've brought on Ryan Bertrand, which is an interesting substitution. So they've brought a left back on. And that doesn't help matters for us because although we have got Saka who is quite fresh, he's going to have to try and take him on now. I can understand why they've done it. It's quite interesting. Substitution that they've sort of made a defensive-minded substitution. It's not. It's like for like, so no change to the tactics. But they've played it here, and Martin's in. That's got to be a penalty, ref. Come on, I think potentially he won the ball. He looks hurt, which is not what we want. He's done well for us, and he's forced this extra time. Shane Long, who's going to be penalised for a foul, though. I don't think it was Shane Long actually, but. Nevertheless, Callas, been one of our best players, will take the free kick out wide to Sacco. He's done well to play in Piazon. Can he whip a ball in? He can't. Bertrand there has come in. Oh, it's nice to Yoshida. They're in again here. It's get it out. Come on, get it out. Well, Romeo is kicked that out. It's going to be a goal kick. We've gotten away with that one. Romeo. It's a nice ball in. Yoshida, his Buffel. It's almost back to Yoshida. Callas there again. He has been solid for us. We've hung on here. Where's he going with it? Shane Long, he's been brilliant for Southampton so far. And he's forced a corner here. Oh, actually, it's a goal kick. That's a controversial decision there. Definitely should have been a corner, but we're going to take it. We're going to get this away, and I think the referee's going to blow for full time. He hasn't just yet. He has now. There it is then. Cracking game so far, but it's finished in the 120 minutes 2-2, which means we've got to go to the ever-dreaded penalty shootout. Now, I'll admit I'm not great at penalties so far just yet, but there we go. As you can see, we'll recap quickly. Romeo and Long, the 2 goal scorers for Southampton. Ite, who opened up the score, and Martin, who grabbed us an equaliser. Really dominant. They had 2 shots, 2 on target, and they both went in. So, really, they were great. They had more possession in the end, but really, I thought we were the better team. We've had 9 shots, 6 chances to tuck them away as well, but we missed out. So, here we go. This is not going to be easy, as Shane Long is going to step up first for Southampton. Can we second guess where he's going to go? Shane Long against Button. It's Shane Long. Took that away, opens the score in there for Southampton, 1-0. Now then, Piazon has got to match him. We're going to try top left. Piazon, it's saved by Taylor. That is not what we wanted. We're going to be struggling now as Buffel now steps up. He's gone down in the bottom right. We went the right way that time, but it's just a solid penalty. We are not going to get there. Chris Martin now then. Saved us here. Oh, he's actually hit the bar. It's pretty much all over, guys. I just don't know what to say anymore. Geordie Classy is going to take this one to make it 3 for Southampton. They've all gone the same way so far. That's pretty much game over. I have to score this next penalty. I apologise. This has been terrible for me. It's going to fall for Sone Aluko. Now he's going to tuck it away, which gives us a lifeline. But we have to save the next penalty. They've all gone in the right-hand side this time. Or to the keeper's left, depending on which way you look at it. It's going to be Cedric, the defender. Surely he's going to not score. He's gone right again. Why did I not think that? They've tucked it away. Unfortunately, we are out of the cup. You know, it was a great effort, but at the end of the day, it wasn't going to happen for us. So we're just going to move on. We're going to get over it. We're going to move on. We're going to no more cup games now until January, which is when the FA Cup comes back, which we'll get drawn into in round 3, so looking forward to that. But unfortunately, that's the end of the road here at Southampton. It was a great game, but we lost out 4-1 on penalties in the end. And just to confirm, Wickham ended up defeating Hull City, so Reading and Oxford also went to penalties, not too sure what the score was. So really, a lot of Premier League teams were dropped out there, so it's going to be an interesting cup. We'll keep tabs on what happens over the season. We'll see how Southampton get on. Obviously, they knocked us out. But we're going to move on here as Chelsea look interested in Lacazette. But we're going to advance into our game against Blackburn Rovers at the weekend. Had an offer from Hungary for international management. I think I mentioned this before, but we're not going to be taking any international jobs this season. Potentially next season. We'll look at it. Anyway, guys, back into the Championship, back into the home league. And we're going to travel a far way north this time for our game against Blackburn Rovers. I'm going to sort the team out, who are probably going to be a little bit tired. They're not too bad, but they're a little bit tired after that long game down on the south coast against Southampton. I'll sort the team out and we'll jump into the gameplay. So then, guys, I've just made a few changes to the starting lineup. Martin is going to start for this game. Cavana is going to be brought in over on the left-hand side as well. Scotty Parker will also play in the centre of the park to give some support in midfield. Okay then, guys, so Blackburn doing alright so far. They're up in 5th place, 1-2, drew 2. We're down in 30th place. We picked up 1 victory and 2 draws so far. So let's sort of kickstart ahead in the Championship. This is going to be our main focus now after defeat to Southampton. Let's go grab ourselves a win. If you have just a quick mention there, guys, I'm talking about the formation. If you have any suggestions for our formation, we're playing a standard 4-4-2 these days. I don't feel like that's much of a FIFA formation anymore, but I tend to play it quite a lot when it's a new team that I'm not so comfortable with. But we'll try and mix it up a little bit, but at the minute I feel like it's working out alright for us as Blackburn have an early effort. If you've got any suggestions for formations, do let me know in the comments below. I know we've tried a couple, I think we've tried one once where we played with one striker, and Ian Atcher was actually playing as more of an attacking midfielder. So I'm willing to experiment, but so far we are under a lot of pressure from Southampton, and they are going to take the lead. Conway, the near post, guys. I've heard a lot of people saying that means nothing in FIFA 17, and it was so OP in FIFA 17. But twice today already, you've seen we've conceded 2 goals. Now maybe that is due to I'm aware that could be due to my goalkeeper, who's not the best. But it just seems like that is still a thing. Like, people are still smashing it in. It's Craig Conway in the 9th minute puts it in at that near post and grabs Blackburn the lead. This is not what we want. Let's push on. We've got to grab ourselves an equaliser now. On the back foot already. Now then, Iheanacho. He's going to have some pace. He's into the box. What's he going to do with it, though? This is what the problem with Iheanacho is. He's lost out again. I actually pressed pass that time. It did not pass it. But, you know, I can't complain, really. Come on, Iheanacho. There's a ball in. Got to be an equaliser. Martin there. He's good with his head. We know that much. What a Martin. Oh, it's a good touch. Iheanacho this time. Good save. Is there going to be a rebound? It's going to fall for Cabano. He's going to try and whip it back. Nobody there. Comfortable save for the goalkeeper. Come on, Callas. Iheanacho. Someone's made a run here. It's Callas. Goes down. Looks injured. Must play on. Cavana in the box. Cabano! Wow, that I was not expecting that. Bear with me a second because freaking antivirus wants to start a scan. Please don't scan now. That would be terrible. We'd lose the whole gameplay. Hopefully that didn't interrupt anything. I do apologise about that, guys, as it completely wiped over the goal there. But Nescanzas Cabano heads in. Surprisingly, I think he's one of the smallest players on the pitch, but he's headed in an equaliser here. And unfortunately, Callas has picked up an injury. That is terrible news. Fredericks is going to have to replace him. Hopefully it's not too serious, because he really has been one of our best defenders so far. That is a massive shame. I don't even know why he was in the box constantly, but he's such a great player. I've started to groan to him. But I'm not sure what we're going to do. 3 minutes added on. Brian with the effort. Oh, and it was a great effort, really. There we go. Referee calls for half-time in this game. It's been a decent performance. Blackburn started really, really strong, and they were able to grab themselves an early goal. But we managed, through Nescens Cabano, to get ourselves an equaliser via the header just before half-time. So then that's half-time in this game. It's Blackburn Rovers 1, Fulham 1. Martin is here. We've got some substitutions we could make. But first of all, Parker is into the box. Good final interception there by Hendry. He's been a standout player here so far for Blackburn.
That is an issue, isn't it? The longer it goes on without a goal, it starts nagging away.
Oh, just pause there, guys. Hopefully, I'll turn that bit of commentary up. But they pointed out that Iheanacho is struggling to pick up goals, which we all know about. He really needs to start scoring. Hopefully, he'll get his break one time. We might have to sort of maybe take him out the firing line as the corner comes in, and they had a player on the line, fortunately. So referee has blown for a free kick to Blackburn Rovers, which gives us a pause in play to make our two final substitutions. Parker is struggling in midfield, so Yozbed is going to bring on, and we are going to bring Aluko on for Iheanacho to try and break this deadlock. Settle for a point here. Based on the performance, you know, it wasn't great. Blackburn did start well, so they deserved the lead, and we managed to grab one back. So I think a point is fair as Henley whips the ball in. 2 button, as the referee announces, 2 minutes of added time. Not going to be enough, probably, to do anything, unless Aluko can make a run. He's not going to be able to, and the referee is going to blow for full time. So it's another point picked up here. It's not too bad. It's another goal, which we've been struggling for in the league so far. But we've managed to pick another one up here, so it's not too bad. Sigurdsson had a good game. I think overall the performance was great. Players obviously probably still feeling the effects of the long game against Southampton, which was just a few days ago. The equaliser again was Nescens Cabano, probably one of our better players, and he's grabbed ourselves a point here from Blackburn Rovers, so we'll take that. It has finished at full time. Blackburn 1, Fulham 1. So then, just to add insult to the injury, really, Thomas Callas has broken his ankle. He's going to be out for 3 months. That is huge, huge problems for us. Now, we're just about to get into deadline day, but I think we're going to have to pick up a right back ASAP Rocky, because we have Malone, who is a left back, who's going to be on the bench so far, but I don't want to be relying on Fredericks every game, and potentially Malone, and then we've only got O'Doy on the left-hand side. So then, guys, as we do approach deadline day, I'm going to see if we can really quickly pick up some sort of emergency right back, potentially on loan. I'm just going to have a quick look at the transfer budget, which is, we have 3.71 million. With 8k wage budget. I'm going to quickly go and scout some right backs, potentially from the Premier League, who aren't, you know, leave it with me, I'll be right back. Okay then, guys, so I've looked at at the Premier League right-backs who are currently listed for loan, because believe it or not, there were none listed for sale. Obviously, we don't really have time to scout any of these players, but we know from sort of how the Premier League works, they want to loan out potential players who have got, well, young players who have got potential is what I'm trying to say. Now, I think I'm going to have to make a signing, depending on, obviously, wage budget. There's a couple of players here, like I said, I don't have time to really scout any, and there's not many people shouting out to me. Donald Love looks interesting, but he is currently 21 years old. The guy who is shouting out to me is Trevor Chalobah. Now, he's got... he's been tipped to be quite a good player in the future. He's one of Chelsea's strongholds. I'm not sure if they'd sell him to me. I don't also know what his wage budget is, and I haven't scouted much about him. So we don't know a lot about him, but I'm going to approach to buy him and see what happens. Right, his salary is currently 5.3k a week, which is affordable to us. Assumingly he'll... actually, guys, just out of interest, the player has recently joined the club, so he won't be able to move again, which means we won't be able to pick him up. So potentially, I don't know, should we loan him in? I'm going to leave... Oh, I really don't know what to do here. Like I said, nobody else shouting out to me as anyone to try and pick up here. Donald Love is looking a little bit too old. Perhaps this Aaron Lewis guy, I don't know much. Although he appears to have some well-rounded stats, and his contract actually expires in 11 months. Now, that doesn't mean a lot to us because he's under 21 years old, I think the cap is for that sort of thing. But it does mean he'll potentially want to move. And he's actually really, really cheap. Lewis is yet to sign a long-term deal with the club. He's not a crucial player in the starting XI. We could get a good deal. They might consider offers between... The fact that his transfer budget is that low down is probably quite good, because it means we're not spending too much on a silly player. I'm going to offer... I'll offer 150 and we'll see what happens. His wage budget is only 3.3k, so that's easily affordable. And it does mean if we sign him and he doesn't ever come to anything, at least he hasn't cost us anything. And he's always there as a backup. So bidding for Aaron Lewis there. Let's see if we can deal with him before deadline day. I believe there's no more games until after deadline day. There isn't. I'm going to go sort out some training. I'll be right back. So I'm going to start training Fredericks, who's going to be our first team right back for the next 3 months or so. So let's try and improve some of his stats straight away. And there we go. That B in the 1-on-2 defending really boosts some stats there. Iheanacho also getting some improvements. Okay, so we have our scout report back on Lecco. Now, obviously right now this isn't much, although he's really, really cheap. So, in fact, he is really cheap. I think potentially we'll sign him in January. I don't want to pick him up just yet. That wage budget is quite high. So we'll leave him for now, but he's on the short list. We've got some details which will last over a year, so that's always great. Now the transfer offer is unacceptable. They've said 300k. That's perfect for us. We're going to go with 300 just because we want to get this in as soon as possible as deadline day is approaching. So it looks like we're picking up a new right back there. Aaron Lewis, the Welsh right back from Swansea City, is going to be joining us, and all the best to him. Hopefully he'll do well. He'll get some game time now that he is our only other right back at the moment. So he's currently on 3.3k. He wants 345. We'll do that. That's not a problem. And we'll offer him a 4-year contract because he's quite young. And we'll put him as a squad rotation player for now, because that's probably what he will be, at least for the next 3 months. And if he does well, potentially, you never know, that's what he'll continue as. It'll also mean we'll hopefully seal this deal right away. So deadline day has approached, and currently 9.5k has been spent today. A couple of big deals going through, which we'll take a little quick look at. Verratti and Pastore both leaving PSG to go to Bayern Munich for almost, 100 million, which is very, very expensive, but PSG in the money so far. Quick look. If we quickly flick over, I like to do this over to Fulham, see what we've been up to so far. So the only player out so far was De La Torre, because I didn't want to, like I said, I didn't want to sell too many players. And then we've brought in Iheanacho and Sacco, and only Sacco a player that we spent on. But hopefully here, as a big deal has just gone through, I don't know if that's the Brahimi deal to Manchester City, but Aaron Lewis has accepted his contract. So we'll accept that, and when he arrives, we'll go and take a little quick look at him, see what's happening. We probably won't put him in the team at the moment because Malone is on the bench. So 59 rated, but only 18 years old. He's 6 foot. He also plays a right midfielder. He has high attacking work rate and a medium defensive work rate. So, not bad. No traits just yet. But, I think he's got potential. Not sure how often we'll use him, but he's there. He's in the club. if we ever needed him. Happy days. Again, just a few hours to go, and I don't know if you saw that, but Danny Drinkwater has signed for Spurs for £20 million. That's an interesting signing. Not a lot happening, although Juve have just signed David Alaba. 60 million. Harry Kane has just signed for Manchester United. I really think that the transfers on FIFA are absolutely ridiculous. And Leicester signed De Vrij. Deadline days ended. Not much action for us really, apart from the fact that we brought in Lewis as a little bit of an emergency right back. There we go, guys. So, guys, unfortunately, that's going to be the end of today's episode. I apologise, there were only 2 games in today's episode, but we had the Southampton game, which obviously went on a little bit longer into extra time and then on to penalties. We also dealt with deadline day as well. So, the video is probably still quite a similar time, just not as much gameplay for you. But I'm going to go now, and because I've saved some time, I'm going to go record this next video straight away and get them both up for you in quick succession. So as I said, guys, at the start of the video, thank you so much for the support on the Fulham career mode. You guys have been absolutely fantastic, really supporting the series and getting involved as well. Keep up with the comments on any players. As you can see, I'll try and get through as many of them as possible. The YouTube comment section from a content creator point of view is not the best and easy to follow, but I'll try and read all your comments and respond where I can, if that's in-game or actually on YouTube. So guys, thank you again. Just keep the support of the series up. Keep smashing the like button as well. And if you're new around here, why not hit subscribe and stick around. There's also my other series on the channel. We have the Journey and the Ultimate Team series coming for you as well. Anyway guys, thank you again so much for watching. Until next time, goodbye.